Cricket 2004 Guide, Controls Introduction. Cricket 2004 is made by EA Sports and contains all the test match sides, as well as all of the competitors from the 2003 Cricket World Cup. The whole of the English county game is included, first class and one-day matches. The whole Australian state competition is included too, as well as a few South African club sides. There are a lot of sides, ranging from the best teams such as Australia, to the worst sides, the likes of the Dukes 11, who are representative sides who give warm-up matches to the test sides in preparation for a test series. This guide will hopefully help you play against the best and the worst teams. Batting. Well, there are two main factors in cricket, one of them being batting. It's important to get a good score whilst batting to ensure you have something to bowl at. So, in this section you will find batting game controls and tips. Game controls: move batsman, direct shot, directional button, left analog stick, on PC it's arrow keys, back foot shot shortcut, triangle button, on PC it's W key, front foot shot shortcut, X button, on PC it's S key, play no shot, duck, cancel, run, square button, on PC it's A key, power boost, when playing a shot, L1 button, on PC it's left shift key, advance, down wicket, shot, start, run, circle button, on PC it's D key, when playing an attacking shot, directional button, left analog stick to choose the shot. To make a further run, press the circle D button again before the batsman reach the crease. Shot selections: press the relevant shot button, i.e. X, and push the left analog stick to perform these shots. These are mirrored for a left-handed batsman. UP only, defensive UP and right, sweep hook right only, leg glance down and right, on drive down only, straight drive down and left, cover drive left only, square drive, square cut UP and left, late cut, steer shot, guide. Press the X button to signal that you are ready to face the next delivery. Watch the bowling cursor to see where the ball is going to pitch, directional button, left analog stick, left right to line up the batsman. The bowler begins his run up, towards the end of which the batsman can no longer move. As the bowler begins his run up, press the L2 or 2 buttons to look left and right, from a first-person perspective, so that you can see where there is space in the field to place the perfect shot. Choose the best shot to play. Hit a fantastic shot and watch the confidence of your batsman soar. Press the X button, triangle button and direction button, left analog stick UP to play a defensive shot. Press the X button, front foot shot, triangle button, back foot shot, O button, advance, down wicket shot, and direction button, left analog stick to play an attacking shot. To play no shot or duck, press the square button to add power to your shot, press the L1 button if there is a run available, press the O button again before the batsman reach the crease to run again, press the square button to abort the current run. If there are two players controlling the two batsmen, then both players will need to press TO button to run. Continue batting through the order until the end of your innings or until you lose all your wickets. Batting tips: when you first get in, try not to play any shots on the offside, to the right with a right-hand batsman, as with a low batting confidence meter, the batsman will more than likely miss the ball, or worse, edge to the keeper or the slip fielders. At worst, press UP to defend, but if you are definite that it will not hit the wicket, then leave it by pressing square or by not pressing a button at all. If the ball is bowled right to your feet, on the wickets, at any stage of innings, obviously do not leave it, but also don't play a defensive shot. The chances are that you will miss it and lose your wicket. So to avoid this, press O and down to advance down the wicket. Depending on the field, you might be able to get a few runs. Don't think you have to be aggressive all the time. If ever you think a ball may hit the wicket, use UP to play a defensive. There is no shame in it, and there's no rush in the test match. Admittedly, I have never played out a maiden over against the computer, but I have defended 5 balls in a row, particularly off-spin bowling. Don't think you have to slog either. I hardly press L1 unless I know it will go for 6-4 and there is no risk. There are plenty of spaces in the field to hit boundaries by just pressing X and hitting it along the floor. Build your innings by defending balls on the wickets, but punishing deliveries played down leg side. Just press right to hit a leg glance along the floor. When your confidence meter goes over the halfway mark, then you can start playing covered drives, etc. Don't do them all the time, but if you get the right delivery, pitched up, then hit it through the covers. Don't take risky runs. If you know there isn't another run, don't go for it. If you hit it through the inner fielders and there is no one directly onto the ball on the boundary, you should get two. If you hit it directly to a fielder on the boundary, you can grab a single. Look for quick singles, especially in one-day matches. If you defend, and there are no fielders close in, and the bowler and keeper are not right on the ball, then go for the single. You can always turn back if it isn't on. If you are ever going to press L1 to put the ball in the air, use left or right, never down. If you try to slog it back over the bowler's head, you will never get it right and will lob a simple catch to mid-on or mid-off. My favorite shots when the ball is going down leg side and is pitched in the middle, I tend to go for a leg glance shot by pressing L1, triangle and right, or left for left-handed batsmen. Usually this gets me a 6. Don't try it early in your innings though. Early on in your innings, there will be a lot of fielders around the bat and in the slips. So, if the ball is going down leg side, press UP and left, or right for left-handed batsmen, to hit an on drive. It will go past the bowler and should go for 4 without a fielder reaching it, presuming there isn't a man at mid-off or on the boundary. Bowling this section will tell you all of what you need to know to help you become a good bowler on Cricket 2004. Game controls: action, control, starter, delivery, X button, O button, triangle button, square button, position, bowling cursor, movement marker, directional button, left analog stick, stop the bowling meter filling up, X button, O button, triangle button, square button, bowling guide. Effective bowling is a vital factor in winning a match. There are 3 steps to follow when bowling. Select a delivery by pressing the X button, O button, triangle button, square button. Directional button, left analog stick, left right to position the bowling cursor. This will determine where the ball will pitch. Less skillful bowlers have a larger cursor because it is harder to predict where the ball will pitch. Note, you have a limited time in which to position the bowling cursor. After that time it cannot be moved. Once the bowler has started his run-up, the power meter begins to fill up. Press the same button again, X button, O button, triangle button, square button, when the sweet spot on the meter is reached. If the meter goes beyond the sweet spot, it is a no ball. Keep an eye on the ball counter for each over and the stamina of your current bowler. At the end of the over you have the chance to change the bowler. Directional button, left analog stick to adjust the movement marker and apply spin or seam to the ball. The further you adjust that movement marker from the center of the ball, the greater the spin or seam. The amount of spin or seam that can be applied is dependent on the type of delivery you selected when starting to bowl. Ball delivery selection: each type of bowler has a number of deliveries to choose from. Select one by pressing the relevant button. Note, a new bowler's details are displayed before he begins to bowl, indicating his bowling style as well as match statistics. Fast, medium, fast bowler. Action, control, normal, delivery, X button, S key on PC, slower ball, triangle button, W key on PC, leg cutter, square button, A key on PC, off cutter, O button, D key on PC, medium bowler. Action, control, straight delivery, X button, in swinger, O button, out swinger, square button, off spin bowler. Action, control, normal delivery, X button, O button, arm ball, triangle button, leg spin bowler. Action, control, normal delivery, X button, square button, googly O button, flipper, triangle button. My bowling tips. Okay, this is the section where I provide tips learnt from playing the game. I have to admit, I enjoy batting more than bowling, but I still have a few good tips for bowling. Early on in the innings, bring on a leg spinner. Leave the field as it is, with a number of fielders crowded round the bat. Bowl varied deliveries by pressing a different button for each delivery, X button, O button, triangle button, square button. Pitch the ball in the middle or near the batsman's feet. There is a good chance he will get trapped. LBW, lunge for a defensive shot and spoon a simple catch to the close-in fielders. When bowling on a hard surface with a fast bowler, use the spin seam marker cleverly. Move the marker to the far left of the ball, in the bottom left-hand corner as you run up to bowl, and then pitch it just outside off stump. If you are lucky, a good swing bowler will get the ball to cut back. The batsman, thinking it was going outside off stump, leaves the ball which cuts in and hits top of off stump. This is a tricky technique though, as you have to get it almost perfect for the batsman to leave it. Also, you have to get it right so it doesn't bounce over the stumps. Don't bowl your bowlers too much. If you have a star bowler, don't use him loads. 10 overs is stretching the limit, so bowl fast bowlers for perhaps 6 or 7 overs, give them a rest and then bring them back on later if needed. Spin bowlers can go on for 15 or 16 bowlers, useful if you want to tie up one end when you are risking runs with a fast bowler. In one-day matches, start with your best 2 fast bowlers. Then after they have used half of their allotted overs, take one bowler off and save him for the end of the innings. That way, you have a better chance of keeping the run rate down at the end of the innings. When bowling to left-handers, use the slower ball. If you do this every so often, and put a bit of spin on the ball, it may take the batsman by surprise, and trap him LBW. Try and avoid pitching it down the leg side. The batsman will take every opportunity he can to take runs off the leg side as there are very little risks. Maybe once every 2 overs, bowl a Yorker right at the batsman's feet. If you have tied the batsman down with good bowling, he may take a lazy shot and edge to the slips. Or, he may go for a defensive and the ball may creep under his bat, knocking out middle stump. It's worth a try.